Hello, greetings. This is Gillesmansillon. I thought I fulfilled this daily habit of making those communication, those video on the spiritual ascension path. For right now, from an astrological standpoint, there is this great energy, configuration in Capricorn. And so Capricorn is the structure of our society, it's bank, it's society, it's all the administration, it is the business sign. For many years I was dating a Korean girl. I was a Capricorn, and so she was good in structuring me in terms of direction. Capricorns is like, I have a friend that I used to have a goat in his house. She died from she had some plastic gloves one day that she found climbing, but she was climbing on top of everything. It was very funny to live with a goat. The goats, they have to climb things, and so this Capricorn is the Amalthea. She was giving her milk while the great god Zeus was growing up, and one day he was playing with the goat and he cut one of the horn, and he gave it to the nymph, and it became the horn of abundance. For everything you would ask, the horn would provide. So it's understanding this ability. It's also the Capricorn is the great mother. But our society there's going to be the need for restructuring of the whole of society. And so there is this Pluto, which is the lord of Chronos, the lord of time and karma, and Saturn, and Pluto, which is Hades, the lord of transformation, of the underworld, of all the power of birth and rebirth, and then there is Jupiter, the lord of expansion, that just entered into Capricorn, while the south node of the moon, which is the past and the karma, is conjuncting this energy of Pluto and Saturn, and then the sun has moved in with to conjunct Jupiter with Mercury, and then the sun's and Mercury are gonna conjunct Pluto and Saturn, and then Saturn's going to go retrograde, so it's all going to come into a great mix this year. There's all those energy, and there is also the planet Ceres, which is a planet. She has two planets. It's the goddess Demeter. She was the goddess when she was on the earth. Food would grow, the gardens would grow, the flowers, the plant, everything would grow abundantly all year long. And then her daughter was taken away. She became Persephone, and so she went into the underworld. But the deal was struck. She could spend half of the year on the earth, which is summer. So when a daughter is on the earth, Demeter is happy, and so everything grows. But when she's in the underworld, she withdraws, and then everything froze in the winter. So the idea of this. Of that Ceres is also there to assist us with the growth we need to do inside. And there is, of course, we can draw on any power from any other planets. Which Saturn, to deal with Saturn and the karma, it is good to call on Chiron. Chiron is a planet of healing, of knowledge, that where we are able to look at our wounds and in order to address them and find resolution. So it is very important. Essential planet, Chiron, is where my master guides resides. And so I'm going to pull a few cards to look at the chakras. I'm going to venture into a 9-card reading with those cards. I'm not really sure it's good. I guess we can read so many cards, but we'll see what the chakra systems are. Oh, nice. So at the base, at the root is all that shines. It means that the base, the root, is really what is new discovery that comes from the base, what anchors us, that is the root. And this card, all that shines, means it's about being excited by the new, those things that are new. It's about also seeing the meaning of things beyond the shining appearance. So it's understanding all those things that are new and shining. What we are in the earth chakra, what we have in the navel, the second chakra, is going far. For going far, it's like we're preparing for a long journey. It is just the beginning of something, and so it's good not to exhaust all our force in a sprint. If we're going to run a marathon, it's better to start slow and to gain momentum as time will go on. For what we have in our power center, our solar plexus, is the crossroad. It's like there is a road that goes right and a road that goes left. And then there's a road that goes forward, or you want to go forward into the sun. But if you have no choice, right or left, and you make a decision, the heart's on the left, so you will take a left, or your intuition tells you to go on the right. But it's about making those choices and decision. At the heart center, there is the feeling that something is not complete. It's about there is certain things that needs to be done in order to find the completion from the story. What we communicate on our fifth chakra is the blessings. It's like unexpected gift from the universe. We are ready. We don't need. We just need to be in acceptance. We have to accept that we deserve more than what we've been asking for, and to accept the blessings. What we see before us in the third eye, the sixth chakra, is nothing. Nothing is better than home. So. It was Voltaire was in Candide, after Candide went all around the world to try to experience and change society. He came up to the conclusion that we'll be better at home cultivating our garden than seeking all the things of the world. So it's about finding this creativity, finding ourselves, reconnecting to our soul and spirit also, which is because our soul is a beautiful, brilliant being, and so we have to allow us to not be in judgment of all those temporal things in order to accept the energy of soul. And on the crown, the seventh chakra is the treasure island. It is all those magnificent gifts of life that we don't even know, that we're going to find all those treasures. They're coming down from heaven. What we have on the earth chakra is not for you. For when we have to know what in order for us to know what we really want, we have to experience the opposite of that sometimes. And so it's about accepting that what is the universe denies us, it is for our highest good, and it will come when it is the best time. And that's about what comes from heaven. It is the destinies. It's about fulfilling this destiny, fulfilling the highest path, to be free to move into the next level. And so it is all happening. This 2020 is a year 4. It is materialistic. It is anchored. It is for the square. It is the square. The square is in the I Ching. The square is the symbol of the earth, and the circle is the symbol of heaven. And so I want to address a couple of ideas. I hope this resonated with you, and you'll be able to fulfill it, to receive this information about your destiny and embody your destiny and find total joy and fulfillment within life, so that we can be in gratitude. I wanted to say that there is pollution in the world. It's not, but this pollution is we create pollution. It's like because it is part of the natural process of material reality. Because there is an ionization that things manifest. They have their experience. They get destroyed and they return into nothingness. So there is this whole process. Very soon we'll discover cleaning systems that will assist us with that. But it's part. There is no pollution in heaven. There is no system. But we have to accept that we came into the physical matter, and so we have to. There is the carbon imprint. Every time you speak, there is a carbon imprint. So it's about the balancing out. It's always about balance. And now we've been disregarding the needs of the earth for such a long time. This created this huge imbalance in favor of the whole profit corporate world. But now we want to return into balance. Doesn't mean that we cannot be assisted by companies to provide goods and services, but we want to find them to be ethic in relationship to their clientele and to the planet. For the rights of the planets will become more and more to the forefront of consciousness. For beloved mother needs to be recognized, and from there anything is possible. For this, it's like this the goddess Ceres, and once we recognize the possibility for things to grow naturally, we want we connect to this power within our life. For there is what we want to do is to progress with there is this silent energy, this silent forces, what spirit and God, and it's all part of this silent energy. It is this great void, this silence that moves through life and conditions life. For everything is part of the law. We cannot be any outside of the law. No one and nothing can ever exist outside the law. Everything is law. It is just when we live in this in physical reality, we have the laws of the physical world plus the laws of society. But if we move into higher planes, we'll still experience law, but on different level. For in the fifth dimension, all is provided to all naturally. For instance, then it gets better. We have this presence of, for those who know, who do not know, human beings have been gifted with a pre-personal spirit of God, the I am presence that crowns the higher self, in some sense, and with the idea that the higher self wants to fuse with mortal consciousness, at which point the I am presence will descend and find a correspondence. For our I am presence knows all things that is going on, all things that past, all things future, and all things that are going on. So you can trust and you can want to make friend with this presence, make friend with God within yourself, your inner guide, your inner self, your source within, and initiate dialogues and be open to whatever the answers may be. For my I am presence has often most often been the one who, not sometimes it's my guides, but that inform me of things that are going on, or that spirit that are entering into my field of creativity or my life. Or so it's like you can rely on those inner presence. For your guides and your angel also work within law. For God is all powerful but works within law. This law is that every being and everything needs to grow, to learn, to grow and evolve. Everybody, God doesn't work just for one, he works for the whole. And so we want to become more integrated within this wholeness, and understand there are things that we learn to focus, and there are things that are here to distract us from our focus. It's part of the process. It's like a dance. This law of the universe, we've created it for our highest good. The law of gravity, the law of attraction, all those laws we've created to assist us through the process of awakening. But once we understand the law, we can bend the laws. We can make manifestation happen. We can do all kinds of things, what we would call it miraculous or magical, but in truth it is purely spiritual science that will allow us to do all those things that we're going to be able to do. So to bend the law, to change, but the law will always remain because it is needed. The law was created. When the universe is created, there is this law that is created, and here the universe is a magnetic universe, so the law is a law of cause and effect. As a magnetic universe, everything we do can be reflected to us. If we move into another part of the galaxy, the energies may be completely different, have nothing to do with cause and effect or magnetism. For there are even universes that are very, very small. And some are really, really big, much bigger than ours. And so, for it is creating this partnership with spirit, for spirit is this I am presence. Even if we do not know, we have discovered meaning and value in our life. It means we intellectually meaning, we understand the things that come into our understanding that make us grow, and then we receive value, those things that. But the I am presence is the interpreter of all meaning and all value within life. So when we realize values through our emotion or meaning through our mind, it means that I am presence was involved in this revelation. And the idea is to achieve ascension is to realize truth, beauty, and goodness, not mortal beauty, mortal truth, and mortal goodness. It's about eternal beauty, eternal goodness, and eternal truth. Once we realize that, we can fuse with our I am presence, and it's like a passport to paradise, and then you will meet God and be sent back into the universe of universes, looking for the transcendental, what's transcendent of goodness, transcendent of truth, transcendent of beauty. So this is where search the ultimate. There are 4 levels of realization before reaching the ultimate, and before we can even begin to envision what the experiential of even in the universe. It's been there for a very long time, and there's very advanced those beings that are very advanced in the divine plan, but nobody can actually the deity absolute is not yet realized as an experience. Only God knows, but as an individual created, it is very, very far. So what we want is to continue to allow ourselves to discover new meaning and new values within ourselves. Also, the proof of the existence of gods are everywhere. For anybody who seek it out, they will find God is everywhere and in everything. And during the rebellion, there was a rebellion. This planet got quarantined, and there was a big cosmic celestial trial between the Ancient of Days. It was Gabriel against Lucifer, and the Ancient of Days was the courts. And so during those early deposition, the midway years, the earth angels, they deposited arguments that they found 200,000 proof in the world of chemistry and 100,000 proof outside of the realm of chemistry. It may even be more than that, but of the existence of God. They proved that if God wasn't, those things could not be. And so the proofs are everywhere. It is just a matter, we don't need to prove to anybody else this existence of God. We want to prove to everybody else that love functions in society, that we can love one another and love light. We can utilize wisdom as the main frame of all our motivation and action. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you, so that I come and discuss that. I'm going to sing a difficult song, but I thought I'd sing a difficult song for a change. This is a portrait of Erato. Erato is the muse of erotic poetry. She's part of the 9 muses. I did 9 portraits of those goddesses, and they hold the secrets of the memory, the Akash. They're the daughters of Mnemosyne and Zeus, and so they are good companion for artists. The muses have always been. So I enjoy to have those portraits of the muses. It's like a bridge that allow more communication between me and those higher planes. Those paintings are like bridges to higher consciousness, which I'm coming to realize that's kind of interesting. This painting is about the light body. It says crystal earth, our sun, the etheric father sun, the etheric mother sun, the midway station, the Pleiades, Arcturus, Antares, Sirius, the galactic center, the omega father galaxy, and the alpha mother galaxy, and above the omnigalactic source. So it is eventually we'll be free to explore all that. So I'm going to sing this song. It's a song of Bob Dylan. It goes like this. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning I'll come following you. Though I know that evening's empire has written into sand, vanished from my hand, let me blindly here to stand, but still I'm not sleepy. My weariness amazes me, I'm branded on my feet, I have no one to meet, and the ancient's empty streets too dead for dreaming. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning I'll come following you. Take me on a trip upon your magic swirling ship. My senses I've been stripped, my hands can't feel to grip, my toes too numb to step, wait for my boot heels to be wandering. I'm ready to go anywhere, I'm ready for to fade, onto my own parade. Cast your dance spin spell my way, I promise to go under it. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I am not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning I'll come following you. Though you might hear laughing, spinning, swinging madly across the sun, it's not aimed at anyone, it's just escaping on the run. And but for the sky there are no fences fencing. And if you hear vague traces of skipping rhyme of rhyme, to your tambourine in time, he's just a ragged clown behind, I wouldn't pay it any mind, he's just a shadow you seeing that he's chasing. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me, I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning I'll come following you. And take me disappearing through the smoke rings of my mind, down the foggy ruins of time, far past the frozen leaves, the haunted frightened trees, out to the windy beach, far from the twisted reach of crazy sorrow. Yes, to dance beneath the diamond sky, with one hand waving free, silhouetted by the sea, circled by circus sands, with all memory and faith, drive deep beneath the wave. Let me forget about today until tomorrow. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning I'll come following you. Well, thank you for staying till the end. It's a very long song of Bob Dylan. It's really great poetry, though. Wonderful, wonderful. And the card of the day is love. So love. Keep on loving. Love yourself. Love the world. Love your life. Love everything. Put love into everything you do. As much as possible, we want to weave love through all the unseen patterns of material reality. Well, thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I wish you a wonderful day and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.